everyone. Lisa here with Dynamic Movement 180, bringing you a short and long lever workout for today. That's our focus. So when we're talking about levers, we're talking about our limbs. So the one thing to keep in mind is the longer the lever, the heavier the load. And load is what is going to help us either release tension or strengthen a certain set of muscles, but it also will add a bit of stress. So you need to tune in with your body and honor where you are right now doing this workout or when you do it again, and decide if you are having pain anywhere. So the joints that we're thinking about: shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, wrists, elbows. If there is pain, you want to keep the load a little bit lighter. You can still strengthen in a shorter lever mode. So what are the modes? So short lever is going to be a bent elbow or a bent leg. So when we move the body in these short levers, shorter lever, less load. Once we extend and straighten, right, longer the lever, heavier the load. So you decide. The point is not to get it to a painful point, but to stay under pain. So if you're reaching the arm out and there is a little bit of a pain, if there's an ache, that's one thing, but pain, where it makes your face kind of go, don't move in that. So soften everything, bring it in, shorten the lever, and then even shorten range of motion. So if you're really in a good mood today and you're really feeling great, everything can be big, long levers. But if you're not, shorten the range of motion, keep it soft. Okay, there are no real rules to this. I'm going to guide you, but you do what feels good for your body. And my whole goal is to make you feel better after the workout than you do right at this moment. So we'll get started with our lever workout. Okay, so just for a nice, easy, relaxed warm up, I want you to take the shoulders and roll them forward and back. So we're just going to warm up various parts of the body, the tissues around various parts that really connect to those levers. Okay, let's take the right arm, soft elbow, reach it up, feel the stretch in the ribs, and then lower. And then reach and lower. So we're not really using the arm. It's the lever, but we're using it to pull up through the rib cage and into the shoulder. Kind of feel it lower into the shoulder blade. Okay, let's let that arm float. Take the right heel up. So we're just kind of floating the arm and floating that arm. Just getting a little stretch through the side of the body. Okay, let's take a breath. Everything's soft for the warm up. And I want you to follow your fingers. This will start to warm up the top of the spine, that cervical spine. Take a breath. We're going to move down into the lower parts of the spine. Give me a flat back and then roll gently up. And inhale. Exhale. Flat back, roll. Okay, let's do that again. We're going to add on. Flat back, start to roll, but don't come all the way up. Just relax the arms, relax the neck. Push into the back of your legs, and then roll up. Take a breath. Let's do that again. Up, and then reach, just relax everything, push into the back of the legs, and roll. Okay, let's get the chain of muscles of the feet and into the legs. Just lifting the toes, doing a little rise, keeping the knees soft. Very nice. Okay, let's take another breath. Okay, feet are coming apart a little bit. Keep the elbows bent. We're just going to fold at the waist, knees are bent, and then just let the arms sweep and roll up. Okay, again, elbows bent, little press, not straightening the arms, and then just roll. See if you can straighten your legs and up. Okay, now let's get a little deeper into that spine. We're just going to tilt the pelvis bone, like our pelvis, to move forward and back flexion. So you just imagine like scooping through the belly and then spilling water, and then spilling water out the back. And now let's go side to side flexion. Just lifting that hip, kind of pushing the side, just getting movement. And now a little rotation. We just let the arms float around us. And then a little higher. Take that arm, start to, almost like you're pulling ribbons or throwing a frisbee. And then let the arms come up. And now just relax into the body. I am straightening the arm, but still having the elbow soft. Okay. Now let's go around a beach ball. So imagine you're taking your arms around a big ball. So you feel the circumference against your body, and we're doing that forward flexion. Okay, let's stop here. Imagine the ball inflates, and then you kind of squeeze all the air out of it. Okay, let's come from the bottom and up. So we round the spine, using these arms as levers to loosen the spinal tissue. Nice. Let's do a little push and bring the arms in. Now feet are turned out. This left knee is going to stay open as we turn to the right. We're going to go around the ball on a front diagonal. So I'm not facing the side. And then do a gentle push. Bring it back towards you. Let's come under the ball. Gentle push, like you're following the crest of a wave. So everything's soft. Over. Press. Okay, let's just take the arm sweep. Now again, now my right leg stays open as I go to the left diagonal. And just moving the spine as though it's made of water as well. So we're following the crest of a wave, and your spine feels that soft. Over. Gentle push. Now take the arms across. Okay, so little resistance, like you are getting resistance from wind or pushing, sliding a stuck window. And now no resistance. Just let the arms float. And maybe reach a little further. Feel it into the rib cage, like right here. Okay, let's set center, and we're going to go around a big table. Now I'm not reaching forward. I'm not leaning forward, but I'm reaching forward to get the table. And say it gets a little bit bigger, we go in the other direction. And we reach. So stretch of the spine. Now relax and just let the arms circle. Using a little bit of gentle momentum. Other way. Just moving the spine. Okay, we're going to wash a big mirror window. And big. So this is a bigger movement. And up. Okay, now relax. We reach big and we let the arms drop. So that momentum is helping to create that longer lever. It's kind of giving it a little bit of push. Up and down. Nice. Now come forward. Let's open the arms. almost like resistance, pulling up as you pull down. Okay, relax. Let's press the hands together. Kind of really push them and lift and lower. Keep pushing, almost like you're pressing your hands together, up. And then relax, pull. Give a little press. This time when you come together, I want you to hook your fingers together, your thumbs, and then press your thumbs together as you lift and lower. This is really good, a short lever movement to release tension in the shoulders. Keep squeezing those thumbs together. Now relax and open. Nice. Let's come around and just press the air behind us. Okay, I want you to take your toes and point them in opposite directions on a diagonal. So not to the side, but to the front. And we're going to start to shift. Now here we're working on alignment as well as levers. It's a short lever because we're bending the knee. I want you to kind of not let that knee go past the toes. So this isn't about deep, and it's not about getting really low. It's about keeping the torso lifted, stability, and then shifting and not sinking into anything deeper than knee-sing over the toe. And that's going to help with any knee pain, but still getting the short lever benefit. Okay, let's take that right arm and go with it. Now when you take the arm, let's do this first. Let's just go across the body. I can reach without sinking into my knee. Okay, and then take the other one up, and then take it across and reach a little further without sinking into that knee. Okay, see how that goes? So we can do this lever movement, keeping the elbow soft and still not sinking. It's also not good for the spine when we sink and go too far. Okay, let's do the other side. So again, you're paying attention to not over extending, keeping that lever rather short, and the range of motion of the legs shorter, but we're stretching through the side muscles. Okay, let's add a little strength. Let's take that right arm and we're going to pull. So a little muscle. Now release. Now we stretch. So the hip goes down and we do get a long lever and then pull. Okay, let's take it across again. And reach. Nice big stretch. And if there's any pain, you soften the shoulder or soften the elbow. Not reach as far, but you can still lift and pull. Now let's just come around, elbows bent, and then kind of come around and other arm comes across. So pull, little tension. That's how we strengthen. It's that pull, and then we circle and reach. So again, the hip is down and reach and pull. Okay, let's come around, short lever, keep the elbow bent. And still keep the elbow bent as we go around, kind of like a clock. Now let's take that arm and a big lever. Let's do a long lever and pull down. And then little figure eight. So the taller you are, or the longer your limbs, that's also going to add a little bit of a load than the person who is maybe 5 inches shorter than you. So taller people have a little bit more load on their joints just because of the length of their bones. Okay, let's take this arm up and let's keep it somewhat straight, somewhat of a long lever, but we go slower because that load, we don't want to be too quick with it. So my arm is really soft. I'm just kind of doing these figure eights, but in a lengthened position, so it's helping to get into this core work. And one more circle. Up. And now come around, keeping the arms somewhat lengthened and nice put too much pressure. Let's take that arms out. Okay, we're going to shift over to the right. Left arm's going to sweep under 2 times and then over. Oh, yeah, you'll feel this. This is a little bit of off the floor core work. Let's do a single and over. Okay, let's go to the other side. We'll do a little bit more off the floor core work and then over. Just using the rib. And then let's do a single and over. Nice. Okay, another little lever. Walk the feet in and we'll do a little finger work. So now we're lengthening and I'm just opening the fingers and closing. And I'm really reaching. Now if there's any pain, this can be really good to relieve pain. But if you're like release tension, let's do a little fist work, little starbursts. But if it's too painful, you can either stop and shake it out or just soften. See how my elbows come in, but I'm still squeezing. Still kind of using that strength. Okay, now kind of scoop. I don't have any pain in my shoulders today, so I am reaching. You do what feels comfortable for you today. Okay, now let's do flutter fingers. Up, 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 nice and long, stretch through the fingers. Let's come down halfway. Let's do little spider fingers. Crossover and open. Okay, relax. Now lift the shoulders and then press them down. And as you push down, right arm goes out and left arm. So your shoulders are pushing down, fingers are flexed upward. Okay, you'll feel this load. Now let's circle back. Because again, arms weigh something. And if you got very long arms, let's go forward. You're going to feel the load a little bit more than somebody who is shorter than you. Okay, let's press to the back. Just press to the back. Okay, now relax. Just release the tension. Just come across your body and then left forward. Okay, let's do a little scrunch again. Press down. Fingers are toward me now. Now you're going to push in the right direction and push in the left, so fingers are flexed toward me. Just lifting up and down. And now circle back. And circle forward. Okay. Now just relax the hands. Let's do a little bit of a rotation. Getting into the wrist and the elbows. And then the whole shoulder. Just relax. Okay, give it a little shake. Let's take those feet again in the parallel position where they're facing in the opposite corners. We're going to slide down a wall. Okay, we're going into a plie position, so feet aren't turned to the side, they're on the diagonal. Now when our knees cave in, we go on the arches of our foot, so I want you to pull the knees back and then lift the toes. Now in this bent position, just kind of rock back and forth. Feel the foundation of the ball of your foot and your heel. Kind of forms a little triangle. And then let the toes relax. So you're pulling the knees back and let's start to slide up and down the wall. Tailbones in line with the spine. Now if you have knee issues, if you've got chronic knee problems, if you've got pain, you are going to do this in a hinged position, just like this. Knees are still pulled back. You're still off the arches. Your knee is still over the toes. It's the alignment. You're still getting the benefit. If it's still a little bit painful, shorten the range of motion. Don't go up as high, don't go down as high. Maybe go a little slower. No pain? We're all going to be right into this. Knees are pulled back. Spine is in line. We're all getting the same benefit. Okay, we're activating these big quad muscles, we're activating these inner adductor muscles, and we're activating the glutes. So you should feel your glutes as you're pulling your knees back. Nice. Now let's all shorten the range of motion, just a little press. Everybody, just little tiny presses. Okay, stay here where it's comfortable. I want you to lift your right heel and press down. So there's a little bit of resistance on the way up and down. You can do this in your hinged position. We're still getting the benefit of stretching the shin the ankles, the toes. Let's go to the left side. It's all in all these adjustments to use our bodies to get the most benefit. Okay, let's alternate the right and the left, and we kind of push into the ball of the foot when we alternate. Kind of gives us a little bit of a power. Okay, now let's push up. So I want you to kind of squeeze the inner thighs upward and upward. Even if you're hinged and lower. Okay, kind of relax. Let's do one twirl in, so our feet aren't quite as wide apart, more like shoulder, a little bit wider than shoulder. We're going to do this core off the floor type of movement. So we're going to bend, tap the leg, bring it across our body. Okay, so into a slight plie across. And it's that bringing that knee in that bent position that's going to get into these core muscles. And you'll feel the core activated. Now the natural inclination, bring that opposite elbow across. Right? Yeah. Bring it right across. Okay, this is how we get the core activated. There's another way. We'll do a little bit more of a plie work. Okay. Now bigger lever. The opposite arm is straight. Comes across the body. Okay, even bigger lever, both arms. Bring it down, open, across. Big movements. You can shorten it if you want to. You can take it back to just one arm. You can just take it back to arms down and across. Nice. Okay, let's bring the feet together. We're going to do a little bit more for the standing core, arms out. We're going to slide the right arm back, slide the left, and slide, and you're going to look in the direction of the elbow, and you can even lift the same heel. These are short levers, and then long lever is straight. And back. And back. Very nice. Okay, let's take the feet out. We're just going to do a little plie, pulling the arms up right through, kind of stretch the core and stretch. Up. Okay. Next movement for short and long levers. A little bit of strength through the hips. So I want you to take your right leg, turned out, flex the leg, and lift it up. Whole leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now to the side, I want you to lift using the outside of your leg. 5, 6, 7. Now on the back diagonal, so this position is called attitude in dance, where it's slightly bent leg, and then slightly turned out. And 7 and 8. Now, little sweep front and back. I'm on a slight diagonal. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now come across your body. Now this can be a smaller range of motion. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's take the other leg. Bent foot, bent knee. Lift the whole leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now to the side, lift. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now back to the diagonal. You'll feel the glute muscle activated. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we lift. There's the front diagonal and back. 3, 4, 5. I'm pulling up in my core. 7 and 8. Now a little crossover that really strengthens the body when we cross our leg over the other. And last one. So long lever, flex the foot. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Lift, you can keep it slightly bent. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now turn it to the side, lift with the side of your leg. I have the chair here for later. If you need it right now, feel free to use it. 6, 7, and 8. Now to the back diagonal. Long lever, you'll feel your glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now little sweep up and back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go to the front. Now this can be really small range of motion. And third one. And fourth. Right, okay. Other leg. Flex the foot, turn it out. Up. Nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to the side. 2, 3. I've got my imaginary wall here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And do the back diagonal. 2, 3, and 4. Last 2. Last 1. Now sweep to the back. This is also a little bit of a balance challenge with this long lever. And so is this one. And that's why we sometimes want to throw our balance off a little bit, just to get that all reconnected up and back. Ooh, okay, let's bend. Let's just twirl the knees. Nice. We're going to move into our calves. So this is kind of a good segue into the small calf muscle. Grab a chair, grab the wall, grab a piece of furniture. I'm going to have it to the left of me. I want you to just bend and raise. Okay, just kind of getting into that calf. And now turn toward one direction. Kind of feet are a little separated. Let's turn to the other side. So we're just getting into that small calf muscle. Okay, now the chair is to the left of me. I'm going to take my right leg back and the ball of the foot. I'm just going to bend that leg and then push into the heel. And then bend. My front leg doesn't go anywhere. The knee stays right over the foot. Take that same arm, I'm still holding the chair, and then reach forward as though there's a string from your finger to the back heel. Feel it? I'm not going past. Kind of hold your knee if you can. Just hold it so you don't go anywhere any further past it. And then circle back. Okay, let's drop. Now I push my hip forward so that the front of my thigh is facing forward. Press the heel. So what we do is stretch the front of the quadricep, and then we start getting into this psoas muscle, the hip flexor. And this time a little bit deeper, we can reach the arm up. Big stretch, you feel it, you see it in your own body. Okay, let's lift that back leg. Just kind of do a couple of these figure 8 hip cleaners. So internal and external rotation. And then gently place the heel on the ground. Pull that leg back. You start to get into the hamstrings. Toes are flexed or foot is flexed. Just move it around. And then shoot it out to the side. Shift your hip over toward the chair. Same thing, little pivot on that heel. Very nice. Okay, let's switch to the chair. Now my left leg is back. Let that knee bend, and then press the heel. So again, knee stays right over the toes. Okay, let's take that same arm. Imagine it's connected to a string to your heel. And then press forward. And lift. And we drop. Stretch that front of that thigh, that Okay, let's take the chair over again to our left and take the right leg up onto the chair. Okay, we're going to come forward. We'll stretch again for the hip flexor. Come back, leg is bent. And again. Come back. And now, with the leg bent, just move it. A little pivot on the heel. Kind of drop the hip. And now extend, point, and flex. And point and flex. Just kind of starting everything to loosen up. Let's just stay here. Take the other leg up. Okay, we're going to come forward. Bent position. Again, short lever. Let that leg drop open. And then rotate. Let's point that toe. And flex, and point, just kind of moving all the tissue. Okay, let's go back to that right leg. So it's the outside leg, up in the chair. Pull the hip back with the toe pointed. Now drop over to the side of your foot. Sweep the arm, same arm as the leg. Bent elbow, reach behind you. Sweep. Lift. Nice and tall, press behind you. And now, big long lever over. Okay, let's turn that foot, flex it. Sweep, and you can drop that pinky toe over. You might feel it in your IT band, right around the knee. And then come up and over, long lever. Let's relax that foot. Let's do a little drop. If you want to, grab your heel. You don't have to. Cross it over and sweep down. Nice. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to move the chair because I like the positioning of this outside leg so I can hold on to the chair. Okay, so we point the toe, pull the hip back. And then let it fall on its side. Sweep. Keeping the elbow bent, look behind you. Up. And then big long lever over. Press behind. Okay, let's flex the foot as we come forward, kind of hinge forward, then drop the pinky toe. Circle. Press behind you. Come up. Nice and tall. Stretch. Okay, let's drop that foot, that leg. You could just stay here and do 2 of these, or you can try to get the front of that quad. And then cross the leg over. Just a big, long, relaxing stretch. Little dive down. Roll up. Very nice. So thank you for joining me for today's short and long lever stretch. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit better than you did before we started the workout. And for the rest of your day, please be safe, please be joyful, and always peace.